Good day, my friends and family and viewers. Thanks for coming back to the West Best Media. My name is Neville Philpotts, and today we're going to talk about France' financial fall. Yes, my friends, France' financial fall. If you were following, or if you knew something about history, for over 60 years, France told the world it had moved beyond colonization. Yes, for over 60 years, France has told the world it has moved beyond colonizations. But the truth be told, France didn't. Now, before we get into it, I'll ask, I'm going to ask you, please like and share and subscribe to help us build this channel and to help spread the word on Africa and African people and our way forward. Now, let's get into it. For over 60 years, France was telling the world that it moved beyond colonization, but it kept the claim tight, using currency control, resource access, and financial blackmail to milk Africa dry. That game is over, or it's just about over. Today, we'll discuss how the Sahel region, the collapse of the CFA, franc, and why France suddenly in deep financial hole. This isn't just about politics. This is about money, power, and freedom. Welcome to the West Best Media, and let's get into it. Segment one, we're going to talk about the colonial bank trap. The CFA wasn't just a currency, it was a leech. After independence, 14 African countries, Niger, Mali, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, some people call it Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, and others, including Togo, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, were required to keep at least 50% of their foreign exchange in France's central bank. Now, here's the kicker. These countries earn money from gold, oil, and cocoa, but had to store those US dollars and euros in, in Paris, earning zero interest. Let me repeat that. They were earning zero interest. And when they needed that money, their own money, they had to borrow it back from France at commercial rates. Now, France used this system to control African economy, infrastructure projects, emergencies, or social development. None of it could happen without France approval. That's not partnership, that's exploitation. Now, here comes the AES and its monetary sovereignty. Fast forward 2023, 2024, leaders of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger stood up. These military led government, the new alliance of the Sahel, said no to France. They expelled French troops, they canceled mining contracts, and most importantly, they stopped sending their foreign reserve to France. Did you hear me, my friends? These three countries stop sending their foreign reserve to France. They began building their own monetary sovereignty, setting up a national treasury, treasuries. That's what these three countries did. They set up their own national treasuries. And they moved towards gold back reserve, forming relationships with China, Russia, Turkey, and BRICS. They also start proposing a joint Pan-African currency. This is the real break from colonialism. This is the financial freedom. So now, no wonder France is in deep mess with their finance. Now, France financial bind. And here's the cause or the symptoms. Now let's flip that camera. France is now one of the most financially strained countries in Europe since these African countries start to break loose. Are you following me? France got into financial problem since these countries are breaking away from France. Its public debt is over, this is France's public debt, is over 150% of its GDP. Its deficit soaring to over 150 billion euros by 2029. France can't hide this game anymore. That quiet pipeline of African reserve flowing into the French treasury, it's gone. It's not coming back. And France can no longer roll over its debts using cheap African capital. It now forced to borrow on the open market like anyone else. And investors are not impressed. France is paying the price of an empire, and it's just getting started. Yes, my people, it's just getting started in France. Again, like I said, if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family or your group so we can spread the word. Also, like and subscribe to help us build this channel. But this, my friend, this isn't just about France failing. No, it's not. It's about Africa rising. Yes, Africa rising. And may I do this? I plug the book. I don't know when it will be published. Hopefully soon. But it's called Africa Rising, Babylon Fall. It's written by yours truly. Should be out soon. Yes, no more CFA franc. No more France control reserve. And no more begging the IMF for scrap. Imagine this, a Pan-African Reserve Bank, a regional trading gold, cassava and oil, independent foreign policies, and independent economy. It's not a dream. It's happening right now. Other nations in Africa is watching the ASE, AES. Nation like Chad, Guinea, Senegal, Congo, the Sahel fire, the first shot. When I say the Sahel, I mean Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They're the one who fired the first shot. And guess what? The empire is trembling. That emperor was France, who was holding these 14 colony hostage with their foreign reserve. Now, let's move into something else. How the West took Africa gold. That's going to be part two. I'll get into it. France isn't the only one that's holding Africa wealth. Please tune in for the next video of part two, where I dive deep into how the West holding Africa gold after World War II, what they did. So my friends and family, again, before I go, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing. See you in the next video. Peace and love.